работу тебя берут, меня берут, не берут, и что ты? Ну пока развлекайся, смотри, знаешь, что смотри. Как всегда, что ли? Эту штучку отсюда. Знать не будешь, не беси меня лучше, не беси.
Берешь кредит в Совкомбанке, бери. Платишь везде халовой, и Совкомбанк все проценты по кредиту
возвращай.
Ну, не проценты, то есть печенье. Вот, спасибо.
Кредит с возвратом всех процентов от Совкомбанка.
Всем привет! Я вместо блогер. Сегодня я расскажу, почему вам пора занять мое место и завести видеоблог в Яндекс.Дзене. В Дзене есть видео! Во-первых, каждый день Дзеном пользуются 19 миллионов человек. Сколько? И чем они только не интересуются. Так что сейчас как раз есть место для самых разных видео. Например, о тренировках. О новых гаджетах. Или о том, как выровнять цвет лица. Классно, что видео не надо продвигать. Алгоритмы Дзена сами приведут вам аудиторию. А еще в Дзене можно заработать на своем контенте. На вашем месте я бы давно был на моем месте. Переходите по ссылке и скорее заводите свой видеоблог в Дзене.
Recovery during the summer months with outdoor dining. But now, 9 months in, the average restaurant is still seeing about a 35% loss from last year every day. That's according to Rally for Restaurants data. Employment at food services and drinking places is down 17% from February, more than 2 million people.
I've worked through 9/11, I've worked through 2008. I never saw what happened to us in our industry on March 17th, where we were asked to close with about 24 hours notice.
Bobby Stuckey is the co-founder of Frasca Hospitality, overseeing 4 restaurants in Colorado. He furloughed all 225 employees back in March. The team was hopeful during the gradual reopenings, but now are shut down again.
Our biggest winner this year is down 52% over last year. Some restaurants, because of the footprint and how it worked with restrictions, is down 60%.
These restaurant owners are looking to lawmakers for help.
And there is a responsibility as leaders. And in this situation, leadership needs to help take care of this major sector, 10% of the American workforce. And that's what's frustrating.
We really need that the Restaurant Acts to be passed. We need, or second best, PPP, to be able to weather the next 6 to 12 weeks without indoor dining.
The Independent Restaurant Coalition is lobbying to save the small restaurants and bars affected by COVID-19 by way of the Restaurants Act. The bipartisan bill proposes a $120 billion grant program focused on independent operators, especially women and minority-owned businesses. The grant would cover a wide range of expenses, supplies, payroll, rent, and PPE for employees. The key word here is grant, instead of another round of loans.
Why would a grant be more helpful to restaurant owners than loans?
Well, the restaurant business, it works on very, very small margins. To make these businesses take on loans to survive this 18 months is punitive. That's not going to help the survival rate.
While the bill has bipartisan support and there's been agreement the restaurant industry is critical, it's unlikely to pass unless it's part of a broader deal. The IRC warns that without aid, 85% of independent restaurants could close permanently.
Can your businesses, can your restaurants survive without any form of federal aid?
No way. There's just no way that that's tenable. And it's not.
Попробуйте онлайн-календарий проектов, связанные с проектами и задачами. Они всегда отражают актуальные планы и графики. Планируйте работу и будьте в курсе дел. Попробуйте календарь Райк бесплатно.
Если вы когда-нибудь пробовали волевым усилием преодолеть свою лень, то знаете, насколько это сложно. Когда пациенты говорят...
Now, there's a question on many top security officials' minds. When he leaves office, can President Trump be trusted with America's national security secrets? NBC News national security correspondent Ken Delanian joins us now with some new perspective regarding this question. Hey, Ken, good morning. So, former U.S. presidents are entitled to classified briefings, but what are intelligence officials telling you about whether they think President Trump should get access to any of these national secrets once he leaves office?
Good morning, Savannah. Well, a cross-section of national security experts told me that they don't believe that Donald Trump can be trusted with America's secrets, and they don't think that he should be afforded these intelligence briefings after he departs. As you said, American presidents typically have gotten classified briefings, often when they are poised to travel overseas, or sometimes when the current president wants to consult them about a national security issue. But one of the biggest concerns being raised about Donald Trump is that he's got potential or actual business deals in advance. And there's a real fear that Trump could try to monetize these secrets. Jack Goldsmith, a top official in the Bush administration, told me that he's worried that some foreign government will put Trump on retainer, knowing that he will be indiscreet about secrets. So he said it's impossible to imagine that about any other former American president, but easy to imagine about this one, Savannah. So some real concern out there.
So we've got those business ties as a concern, but Ken, also, how does Trump's past handling of secrets play into this?
So that's the other issue, Savannah. Even if Trump wouldn't go so far as to sell secrets, he has a track record of being incredibly careless with classified information. There's that famous episode in 2017 when he disclosed highly sensitive terrorism intelligence to the Russian foreign minister in the Oval Office. But then there was the time that he tweeted what experts said. Famous episode in 2017 when he disclosed highly sensitive terrorism intelligence to the Russian foreign minister in the Oval Office. But then there was the time that he tweeted what experts said was a top secret satellite photo of an Iranian nuclear installation. He told the Philippines president about the secret location of American subs. And even this past year, he revealed to journalist Bob Woodward what he called a secret, undisclosed nuclear capability that Russia and China did not know about, that the Defense Department later confirmed was real, and they were shocked that he talked about it. So even if Donald Trump wouldn't sell secrets, he has a track record of not being able to keep them, and that's why my sources say he should not be given any further access to them.
Now, Ken, we had said that former presidents are entitled to this information, but really it's a courtesy and with the permission of the current president. So how will the Biden administration handle this?
So the Biden team did not comment for this story, but you're absolutely right. There's no law that says former presidents get this information. It's entirely up to the current president. And some of my sources say that Trump may not even ask for these briefings. He's shown no patience for receiving his intelligence briefing as president. He doesn't have much love for the CIA or other intelligence agencies. So it may not be an issue. But the bottom line here is that if presidents were granted a security clearance, they're not, because they're entitled to this information. But if they were, Donald Trump couldn't pass the background check. That's what my sources are saying. So he should not be granted access to the nation's secrets going forward, Savannah.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking.
Donald Trump is famous for being quick with an insult.
He's going to learn how to remember.
He's insulted reporters.
I'm the president and you're fake news.
Senators.
This Elizabeth Warren, I call her goofy.
Crying Chuck Schumer, crying Chuck. Bunch of losers.
And even voters to their face.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
But there's one group he's been strangely reluctant to insult. White supremacists.
The moment that's jolted the Republican Party, Trump's response to receiving the support of former Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard David Duke.
I don't know, honestly, I don't know David Duke. I don't believe I've ever met him. I'm pretty sure I didn't meet him, and I just don't know anything about him.
That's right. Donald Trump launched his 2016 campaign by going full Mariah on David Duke.
I don't know her.
Oh, please. David Duke is the Betty White of racism. He's been in the game forever, and everyone knows who he is. Saying you hate David Duke is literally the easiest thing in the world. Even his plastic surgeon hates him. Even his plastic surgeon hates him. Once Trump took office, racists everywhere rejoiced. Hate crime skyrocketed, and white supremacists rallied around Trump as their new icon.
Hail Trump! Hail our people!
I mean, who wouldn't look at this guy and see master race? Then, in August 2017,
Jews will not replace us!
White supremacists threw themselves a terror parade in Charlottesville, Virginia that ended in the murder of an anti-fascist counter-protester. And Donald Trump, once again, found it hard to condemn the bad guys.
I think there's blame on both sides. You had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
That's right. In a fight between racists and anti-racists, Trump said there were very fine people on both sides. Amazing. It's like donating to Kanye's presidential campaign and Taylor Swift's. Sometimes, Trump doesn't even wait to be asked about white supremacists. He just finds them himself on Twitter, retweeting accounts like White Genocide TM. Good thing they trademarked that. Could have been stolen by some men's hair dye. This summer, Trump even retweeted a video of his supporters yelling, "White power."
White power! White power!
It's the retweets that get you in trouble.
You don't get a bigger honor from the president than that. It goes retweet, pardon, Medal of Freedom. But no matter how much Trump makes it clear that he's on the same page with white supremacists, people keep giving him the chance just one more time to finally denounce them once and for all.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing to do
specifically
that, but
do it? Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. You want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Okay, stand back and stand by. That's the worst way to ever condemn something. It's like breaking up with someone and then
Hi everyone! In this video we are going to talk about the chromatic scale. Actually, the chromatic scale is one of the easiest scale variations. Why? Because in playing it, the hand position is really compact. There are no uncomfortable stretches, and also because we play the chromatic scale only by using our first, second and third fingers. Now I'm going to play in a fast tempo the same thing. Let's move to the Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov. Now let's play it a little bit from the beginning in a slow tempo. We don't have a simple chromatic scale. And now I'll try to play the same thing a little bit faster, even if I never played this piece before. and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hi guys, and welcome to a new video tutorial on pianocareeracademy.com. I'm really excited to let you know that today I'm launching a new project for beginners as a part of my holistic piano coaching program. I mentioned in many of my articles and video tutorials that one of the most fundamental method books
Правильно?
Пока жду следующего пациента, хочу проанонсировать свой график.
Это еще что?
Доброе утро. Мне вот совсем уже не нравится такая погода, когда с утра не хочется вылазить с кровати. Доброе утро. Мне вот
Та-та!
Давайте какое-то выбивание с долгов за деньги дорого. Ручки собраны. Прямые бьем.
Требуют наши сердца.
ladies, it's time to go. We headed to the bar, baby, don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service. Wow. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
Ну, не музыкант, а просто это...
Фут фристайло. Фут фристайло. Вака макаудан дытым тари дуридам.
Сейчас я продемонстрирую на живом бой, как он выглядит. Поехали. А я держу потом.
Время свое тратишь. Какая из них свободная пресса? Я просто так, я не знаю. Включаю практически как бы, да. Как сядет.
Книгу.
Жалобная книга слушает.
Вот это да.
Цифровые технологии приветствуют вас. На что жалуетесь?
Да, я уж и не знаю, жаловаться или радоваться такому прогрессу и знакомству.
Введите ваш СНИЛС.
Куда ввести-то? Можно контакт ваш?
Можно. После вестей. Узнаете все об электронных жалобных книгах.
Я вспомнил, на что жаловался.
После вестей. Я...
Первая встреча с акулой произошла, когда мне было всего лишь 6 лет. И она была на нижней палубе, а я-то был над этой палубой и смотрел вниз. Матрос один подошел, ткнул ее в глаз пальцем, и в этот момент она просто ему отхватила руку. Напугало это меня абсолютно на всю жизнь. Я боюсь акул. И в отличие от рака, это не лечится.
Получите полное представление о проектах в реальном времени. Создавайте проекты в один клик. Просматривайте данные по нескольким проектам, мгновенно узнавайте новости, создавайте зависимости и используйте имейлы при планировании. Это диаграммы Ганта в Райк. Планируйте работу и будьте...
Dear fellow scholars, this is 2-minute papers with Károly Zsolnai Fehér. It is time for a position paper. This paper does not have the usual visual fireworks that you see in many...
Теперь рак уже реально лечится, да? Просто очень дорого, наверное.
Many of these videos, however, It addresses the cornerstone of scientific publication, which is none other than peer review. When a research group is done with a project, they don't just write up the results and chuck the paper into a repository, but instead they submit it to a scientific venue, for instance, a journal or a conference. Then the venue finds several other researchers who are willing to go through the work with a fine-tooth comb. Results are indeed significant, novel, credible, and reproducible. If the venue is really good, this process is very tough and thorough, and this process becomes the scientific version of beating the heck out of someone, but in a constructive manner. If the work is able to withstand serious criticism and ticks the required boxes, it can proceed to get published at this venue. Otherwise, it is rejected. So what we heard so far is that the research work is being reviewed. However, scientists at the Google AI lab raised the issue that the reviewers themselves should also be reviewed. Take the required boxes being reviewed. However, scientists at the Google AI lab raised the issue that the reviewers themselves should also consider the fact that all scientists should also be reviewed. Consider the fact that all scientists are expected to spend a certain percentage of their time to serve all scientists reviewers themselves should also be reviewed. Consider the fact that all scientists are expected to spend a certain percentage of their time to serve the greater good. For instance, throughout my PhD, certain percentage of their time to serve the greater good. For instance, throughout my PhD studies, I have reviewed over 30 papers and I am not even done yet. These paper reviews take place without compensation. Let's call this issue number 1 for now. Issue number 2 is the explosive growth of the number of submissions over time at the most prestigious machine learning and computer vision conferences. Have a look here. It is of utmost importance that we create a review system that is as fair as possible. After all, thousands of hours spent on research projects are at stake. Add these two issues together and we get a system where the average quality of the reviews will almost certainly decrease over time. Quoting the authors, "We believe the key issue is certain. Thousands of hours spent on research projects are at stake." Add these two issues together and we get a system where the average quality of the reviews will almost certainly decrease over time. Quoting the authors, "We believe the key issues here are structural. Reviewers donate their valuable time and expertise anonymously as a service to the community with no compensation or attribution, are increasingly taxed by a rapidly increasing number of submissions, and are held to no enforced standards." In 2-Minute Papers episode number 84, so more than 200 episodes ago, we discussed the NeurIPS experiment. Leave a comment if you've been around back then and you enjoyed 2-Minute Papers before it was cool. But don't worry if this is not the case, this was long ago, so here's a short summary. A large number of papers were secretly disseminated to multiple committees who would review it without knowing about each other, and we would have a look whether they would accept or reject the same papers. Re-review papers and see if the results are the same, if you will. If we use sophisticated mathematics to create new scientific methods, why not use mathematics to evaluate our own processes? So, after doing that, it was found that at a given prescribed acceptance ratio, there was a disagreement for 57% of the papers. So, is this number good or bad? Let's imagine a completely hypothetical committee that has no idea what they are doing, and as a review, they basically toss up a coin and accept or reject the paper based on the result of the coin toss. Let's call them the coin flip committee. The calculations conclude that the coin flip committee would have a disagreement ratio of about 77%. So, experts, 57% disagreement, coin flip committee, 77% disagreement. And now, to answer whether this is good or bad, this is hardly something to be proud of. The consistency of expert reviewers is significantly closer to a coin flip than to a hypothetical perfect review process. If that is not an indication that we have to do something about this,